Okay, so today we are going to see the supply chain software. Okay, now in your supply chain management chapter, supply chain software is an important part. Okay, supply chain management process have turned out to be progressively subject to software packages, as the last are the one of the real drivers for the combination of supply chain process. Okay, supply chain software. See, with the help of this supply chain software, uh, we can able to do the transaction in very smoother way. Okay, because it helps, this software helps to make a transaction internationally also within a given time span, and this software is also available in the market. Okay, this is a kind of software through which we can able to minimize the losses, we can able to minimize the risks as well. Okay, this supply chain software is very much helpful for the company's growth and development. And because see, there are lots of softwares available in the companies, right? The larger companies, those who are, the company which is having a huge amount of capital, they are usually utilizing this software because this software is very much helpful for them. Okay, see, company always try to uh, try to make their privacy in control, but sometimes the company information can be leaked, and the company don't want to leak their personal details, personal data. Okay, the company confidential information. So this software helps a lot to the companies to to secure their professional data. And by utilizing this software, they can also able to generate more business growth with the other companies. Okay, now see, I will give you one example. Suppose if you are having a manufacturing unit. Okay, now you require a raw material from the suppliers. Okay, so what you will do, in the market, definitely you, if it is not available in your location or in your state or other state as well, then what you will do, you will try to contact to international companies. Okay, so over here you can able to get the information from them, right? So what you need to do, you need to see that you need to gather is available to you. Okay, and with this supply chain package, this software, you can you can make transaction easily with them. Okay, without any hassle, because transaction can be done in a very effective manner. And you should know that for having a good transaction with others, your business can be successful. Okay, by so over here you can see the information can be transferred to the other party with the help of this supply chain software, and you can make communication with them very effectively. Supply chain management software application given continuous analytical framework that deals with the stream of data all through the supply chain network for exchanging accomplished and client in both headings. Okay, now see, this arrangement join at least one useful of network methodology: supply chain configuration, demand planning, manufacturing and distribution planning. Okay, supply planning, distribution, network management, transportation management, and warehouse management. Generally, business software was produced at a focal area. Nonetheless, the market demands for advancement and intensity have expanded. A more discriminated way to deal with the software improvement is developing a business software seller and expand to serve universal market and look for building aptitudes and number wherever they will all around. Okay, now see, this software is also helpful for dealing the transaction uh, in a universal market, right? Universal market means international market. You can make a transaction with the companies those who are located in USA, UK, Russia. Okay, anywhere, because this software is very much helpful for them as well. So you should be knowing all this stuff very effectively. Okay, now the second term, computer software plays a noteworthy part in each business management and the basic leadership handle. Okay, the software business has seen quick advancement in several previous years. Okay, now see, in the 1960s, supply chain software was used for payroll and accounting solution. Okay. Later in 1970s, they used the operational application such as demand forecasting, planning and scheduling, inventory management, capacity requirement planning, and plant location. Okay. In 1980s, the use of this software extended for MRP, electronic data interchange, EDI, we can say. Okay, then simulation and geographical user interface work up to 1998 in MRP2, enterprise resource planning, supply chain planning, and order management system, that is called OMS, and WMS, MES. These software were used, and beyond 1988 they were used in integrated functionally throughout the supply chain, and we can say electronic supply chain. Okay, e-supply, that is called as electronic supply, the web enabled technology for B2B and B2C transaction. Now B2B means was business to business, B2C business to customers. Okay, it is very obvious from the table that by supply chain software is a past ERP, in which a typical protocol of ERP software is utilized over the supply chain to integrate different capacities. Okay, supply chain management software packages can be get extensively more prominent advantage contrast and ERP software packages as the past for the salutary behavior and over as well as the entire supply chain. Now what they are saying that this supply chain software plays an important role all over the world in the past decade also. Okay, they have given the example of 1960s. Okay, it is used for a payroll and accounting solution, and later in 1970s it is used in the operational application such as demand forecasting, planning and scheduling, inventory management, capacity requirement planning, and plant location. Okay, so in 1970s this software plays an important role. In 1980s it plays a major role in the field of uh, MRP, material requirement planning, electronic data interchange. Okay, simulation and geographical user interface work. Okay, now in up to 1998 this software is used for MRP two, enterprise resource planning, right? Even in tele work also we use this software. Then supply chain planning, order management system. Okay, now supply chain management application categories. Now see, there are few categories which they have given. Supply chain planning framework are utilized to forecast client demand and change the speed and stream of generation as need by need be. Okay, now see, they have given case seller uh, incorporated in style ERP, SCP, visions, SCM, and clear. Now see, demand planning software emphasizes enhance the precision of potential request forecast by decreasing pre predisposition in the information and giving the information to your association progressively. Okay, now vendor manage inventory. VMI framework give producers providers the capacity to screen and recharge the purchasers inventory themselves. Okay, now see, demand planning is an important factor. Okay, over here we have to make a market research. Okay, and to find out the scenario where the reproduction to ventures future request. Okay, over here we need to find out which area we our growth is there, and then vendor manage inventory, that is called VMI. Okay, which provides the capacity to screen and recharge the purchases inventory themselves. Okay, now over here, vendor managed inventory can be done with the help of email. Okay, online interface. Okay, this can be done with the by providing by having a proper equipment management activity. Okay, supply management plays an important role for the purchasers utilize supplier relationship answer for the screen the execution of the supplier. Supplier management is important activity because with the help of the supplier only we are getting the raw materials. Okay, and supplier are the person, uh, if you are having a manufacturing unit, then supplier are the person those who are the asset for you. Okay, because they are providing you the goods, and sometimes if you don't have the capacity to pay them, definitely sometimes suppliers plays a major role to provide the raw materials to you for a specific duration of time. Okay, after that you need to pay them the debts. Okay, so over here for managing the supplier, uh, definitely we can use this application, supply chain application software. Okay, because have a data we need to have a data and information about the suppliers, what are the raw materials which we have purchased, at what quantity, at what volume, and how much we need to pay them, right? So these also plays an important role. Then procurement programming completes purchase arrangement and keep up to the budgetary side of providers client connection. Purchasing terms are disseminated electronically, although the association of movement endorsement and the cost are lodged for future references in the following sourcing cycle. Okay, then strategic outsourcing. uh, s- Sourcing programming is utilized before the obtainment procedure to build up counseling objective and the pre-screen potential ventures. Speed examination, speed examination, pointless expensive providers correction by contrasting current go through with the other market alternatives. Now, warehouse management. Okay, how we can manage the warehouse? Warehouse can be managed with the by the utilizing a proper software such as VMS. Okay, in your book they have given the example of VMS framework screen. Then there are other way of managing the warehouse, such as by we can manage the warehouse by keeping a proper track record of ERP, by keeping a proper track record of MRP, that is called material resource planning. Okay, we should also have to keep our inventory management in a proper way so that we can able to manage our warehouse in effective manner. Okay, for warehouse management we should have to make sure that whatever the materials which we are having, that should be in a good quality, okay, and the good quantity. Both the things is very much required. Okay, so when the demand occurs you can able to supply that goods to them. Okay, so for that reason which thing is very much important you should know. Okay, then transportation management, definitely transportation plays an important role in each and every sector. Over here also, supply chain software is very much important, supply chain application software is very much important. See, transportation management, supply programming guides the development of material to and from the distribution center. Coordination programming and can recommend the most proficient conveyance modalities, air, land, ocean, and deals with enormous convenience varieties like heterogeneous vehicle, armandras, and load part imperatives. See, this TMS, transportation management, is very much effective management activities as it deals with the convenience varieties like heterogeneous vehicle, Okay, and transportation activities can be done with the help of various ways. As in the book, they have given airways, landways, oceanways, right? And most prominent, proficient conveyance modalities you can choose with your convenience, right? Suppose if your business is very far, and you need to have a quick transportation supply of that goods to that area, then you can use the air transportation also, right? Because with the help of this aeroplane or jet, you can transfer your goods to the other place very easily, but it requires more cost, right? Because air transport is a quick transport, but the cost which is required is very high in amount. So these are the things. Then the next one is water transport. Yes, definitely water transport is one of the important factor. Then air transport, water transport, there are other transport facilities also. uh, with the help of the railway also, you can make a transaction of goods from one place to another, right? If you don't want to make that much of costly of products, that much of costly of transportation from air, you can transfer the goods from uh, train also, but it requires more time as compared to air transport. Okay, so these all are the things. Then the next one which we are going to discuss is ERP, that is called as Entrepreneur Resource Planning. Entrepreneur Resource Planning framework is a business administration framework that involves coordinated arrangement of through programming, which can be utilized when efficiently executed to oversee and incorporated all the business capacities inside an association. It is generally that incorporated an arrangement of developed business application and apparatus for money related and cost bookkeeping, deals with the circulation of material administration, human resource creation planning, and PC coordinated assembling, supply chain, and clear data. Okay, now entrepreneurs resource planning is a strategy for successful planning for the execution number of resources in the undertaking. ERP framework as the vast PC framework that incorporate application program in bookkeeping deals. Okay, now I would like to give free few information about ERP has been utilized for the sake of development of the activity which related to cost bookkeeping. Okay, most of the accounting work has been done with the ERP. Okay, because ERP help to have a client data where you can see how much amount of goods they have taken, how much amount of goods you need to give, what is the credit period, whether the debtors has been collected effectively or not. So all these terms you can able to find out with this ERP software. ERP software, see, evaluation of ERP software has been done past 1960, past 1970s. See, in 1960, the system just for inventory control. Definitely, inventory control is been established. It's been done before the period of 1970s. Okay, at that time also inventory control procedure is there, and after that in 1970 ERP material MRP, material resource planning, that is called as inventory with material planning and procurement, that activity has been included. Then in 1980 MRP2, material resource planning, extended MRP to shop floor and distribution management. Then mid 1990s ERP, entrepreneur resource planning, covering all the activities of the enterprises. Then in 2000 ERP2, collaborative commerce, uh, extending ERP to external business entities. Okay, in 2000 they have formulated this ERP2. There are a couple of reasons why organization realize ERP framework. Now let's see: integration of monetary data, reconciliation of customer request data with other data. Okay, institutionalization and increasing speed of collecting procedures, lessening of stock level and request lead time, institutionalization of human resource data, thus on. There are few reasons why to proceed with development of ERP undertaking is not of ordinary. Okay, now ERP plays an important role in each and every sector. Okay, IPS, advanced planning scheduling. Advanced planning and scheduling system can be defined as any computer program that uses advanced mathematical algorithm or logic for logic to perform optimization and stimulation on finite capacity, scheduling, sourcing, capital planning, forecasting, demand management, and others. Okay, now this advanced planning and scheduling is also an important part for the activity creation. Okay, now this APS system is helpful for the demand planning, production scheduling, distribution planning, and transportation planning. These all are the things we have learned earlier also, right? Production planning is very much important factor because if you produce more goods and if demand is not there, definitely your goods will remain unsold, right? So proper production planning should be done, and it can be done with this advanced planning and scheduling. Okay, now production scheduling, definitely production scheduling is also one of the important factor, because you cannot make production of goods as by your own, because there should be a market response also, right? If you are making any kind of production, there should be that product should be sellable. If the product is not sellable, definitely you will face a problem in future. Okay, so you should understand that this kind of things should not be happen in future. So production scheduling is an important factor. Okay, and this can be managed by advanced planning and scheduling. Then the next procedure which we are dealing with, the distribution planning. Definitely distribution planning is also one of the important factor. With the help of the distribution planning, we can able to understand the procedure of uh, distribution of goods from one place to another. Then transportation planning, definitely transportation planning plays an important role to transfer the goods from one place to another. And you should also have to understand which mode of transportation you are choosing. Okay, now the mode of transportation is being chosen by the manufacturing company on the basis of their time and the cost. Okay, if they want that the product should be reachable to the other place at a very quicker time period, then they can use they can take the mode of transportation that is called as air transport, right? With the help of aeroplane or jet. But if they are having a time and they require that the product should be transferred to the other place with the lesser amount of cost, then they can use the transportation as railway, train, or we can say they can use road transportation also, right? Right, because it is less costlier than the aeroplane, than the air transport. Okay, then a strategic network framework covers every of the four long haul planning areas, particularly the assignment planned areas and outline of the physical distribution structure. A few inquiries that emerge in strategic sales planning, example, which items to put a specific market can be considered as well. Uh, Essentially, the plan of the supply chain and the elementary material flows almost providers and client resolve. Now, demand planning. Further tasks of strategic sales planning, long-term demand eliminates. Now, we are going to discuss the outsourcing market versus buy. Okay. Now, over here, they are given they have given their examples of cases. Okay, in your first introductory part, what they are saying in your first chapter, they are saying about the market, how market works, and how the companies response to the market. Okay, market versus buy. Now see, there are lots of product available in the market, but each and every product is not sold out. Okay, what's the reason of that? Because your product is there, but proper supply of goods is not there. I mean, you are not making a proper supply of goods. That's why in the available given time that product is not available. Okay. So definitely you will lose the market, because you are not selling the product at the given time, given specific time, right? Sometimes, demand is there but product is not available. This kind of situation is occurring very less. But sometimes, product is available but customer needs a different product because they don't like the product. So market versus demand kind of situation occurs over here. Now, in the book, they have given about the market strategies, how we need to standardize our strategies to look out the product activities. Now see, planning is a initiative. Okay, now over here they have given a proper suggestion of decide goal, deliveries and timetables, and is more responsible for attending critical management in buy-in. Now see, there are a lot of strategic activities should be carried out, such as exploring strategic implication. Okay, now analyzing cost and performance, selecting procedures, negotiating terms, transitionary resources, managing the relationship. So all these are the important part of market versus buy. Now impact of internet and sourcing strategy. Now see, internet is such an important thing in our life nowadays. Without it, we cannot live actually. I mean, this kind of situation occurs now. Now see, internet plays an important role in our day-to-day life. Even if you go to the office, you can see, you are working with the client with the help of the internet, right? Internet facilities, because if there is a good communication network, definitely the condition of work can be good. So it helps to save time to everybody. Okay, regardless of further, you have to staff with one or 100, giving over the advertising responsibility to the outsiders, reduce time drastically. Definitely it helps to save the time of everybody. Get expert level service. India is not the main location where you can go and do subcontracting. For new expert, autonomous autonomous counseling and independent work hold a lot of appeals. It is easier to find out the qualified and reasonable online marketing professional who can work with your organization to understand objectives and to execute efficient strategies in the corporation. Gain the outside prospectors. Okay, this is also an important factor. Then leverage built-in expertise. Then gain access and specialized technology. Your organization may utilize platform and innovation for various capacities. However, what number of marketing particular projects can be utilized, particularly for a litter organization, the appropriate response is typically either very few or none. Okay, so So when you outsource the web promoting, you have the capacity to work with expert who utilize the most recent forefront advanced and show costing, investing and computerization. And that's just the beginning without investing hundreds and thousands in extra software or tools. Okay, now increase your flexibility and agility at the point when changes in marketing emerges in your organization prepares to exploit it. Okay, subcontrasting gives you the flexibility to dispatch web-based marketing ventures as on as required basis, giving you the chance to scale up and down as per your present needs without making staff changes and interrupt in your center business stream. Okay, reduce reduce stress and increase productivity. Definitely over here you need to reduce the stress and increase your productivity can be increased with the help of having a good advertising activities, die more or with less. They have given this example for the e-marketing supervision. Okay, then the next one is, see, they are giving more focus on the promotion of your products. We can do with the help of the websites, emails, blogs. Okay, so these all are the by hiring a graphic designer, right? Because graphic designer helps to provide you a good and attractive logo. With the help of that, you can show your business to the others while having a proper logo in it, right? Then save money. Definitely it is a kind of reducing your expenditure for staff. Now including space, salary, recruiting and training is also an important factor. Then facilitate rapid growth. Okay, right, when your firm is developing quickly, your development can be directed even headed on the on and off change that you need to dispatch a long recruitment procedure or draw enough staff to deal with the developing business. Definitely it helps to facilitate rapid growth. Then network planning. Okay, developing network design is one of the supreme wide ranging strategic decision problems, strategic decision which demands the optimization of the continuous and successful process of entire supply chain, as there's a consequence and consideration and influence for a longer duration. Definitely, network planning is important factor. See, network planning is important to to increase the bondage between the other companies, right? Suppose if you are having a B2B business, right, business to business, at that time you should have a good strategic planning to have a deal with the other people, right? So the client, see, your work is to help the other client also. If your client is good, if you able to satisfy your client, definitely he will uh, not go other places to do the business. He will do the business with you, right? So what you require to make a proper you have to make a proper discussion with them. Okay, to have a good decision making capacity. Now suppose if your business is B2C, definitely what you will look that the customer, those who are there with you, they should not go anywhere. So customer satisfaction is the important priority to you, and for that you should have to maintain a good network with them. Okay, and network can be done with the help of with the help of having a good communication, with the help of having with the help of having proper contact discovery with them, right? You should have to maintain a contact with them with the help of the websites, or we can say with the help of the SMS, with the help of the emails, right? So that whatever the upcoming products which you are going to have, you can place them so that they can come with you again and again, right? So these strategies is also helpful to you as well as for them as well. Okay, then the next part is called importance of decision in supply chain. Definitely sorry, importance of distribution in the supply chain. Definitely distribution plays an important role. See, in your book they have given the distribution word, where the word has came, where the word has occurred, the action of sharing something out among the number of recipients. Okay, now what they are saying that, you know, whatever the work which you are doing, it should be done with the effective manner. That is the important thing. And distribution activities plays an important role. See, distribution activity starts with the supply of raw material from the uh, supplier. Then you, what you're doing, you're putting that raw materials to the work in progress process, where labors and machines come into the existence. And you know, labors are what they're doing, they are converting that raw material into finished goods with the help of the machines. Then finished goods, then the goods are sold into the market. Then in the, from the market, the customers can purchase that goods, and after the customers purchase the goods, you will get the amount of revenue, whatever the revenue you want. And you can you know, give the debts, I mean give the money to the suppliers to whom you have taken the goods on credit basis, right? So this is the distribution strategy of manufacturing process. Right, now over here you should have to keep in mind that whatever the raw materials which you are taking, the connection, the network should be effective. Because not only for the one time you are going to purchase the raw material from them, you are going to purchase the raw material from them again and again, because that's the business. And you want to, you know, you want to secure a business for a future process also. So you will purchase the goods from them. After that, you will try to sell that goods to the other party, right? So this is the kind of process is going on. So you need to handle that process. Okay, so for that for that purpose, what is the requirement? You require a proper distribution activity. Okay, now factors influencing the distribution design. See, distribution refers the means taken to move the store an item from the provider stage of the client stage of the supply chain. Distribution is a key driver for the whole efficiency of the firm. Since they since they specifically impact both the supply chain cost and the client experience. Execution of distribution system is evaluated among two measurements: client needs that are met and the cost of fulfilling client needs. All the customer service constraint of many mechanism. This chapter focus on these measures that are predisposed by the structure of the distribution network. Now see, they have given the example: reply time, product alternatives, product availability, customer experience, time to market, order visibly, return activities, return abilities. So all these are the factors influencing distribution in the network design. Now cost, definitely cost plays an important role over here. Customer giving orders of the book at a Flipkart are already to wait more time for those to visit the book in store in the market to get the same. Now see, they are giving the focus on the online marketing, online network, because you know, nowadays, you know, people are not going in the doorstep. Okay, they are purchasing the goods, they are purchasing the books from the outside. Okay, now they are purchasing the goods from online store. Okay, there are lots of websites available, those who are selling the products. Like, take an example of Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, these all are the main sources in India, where you can you can purchase the product, not just a book. There are other facilities also, such as mobile accessories, luxurious product is also there. There are other important products through which we can take uh, the goods. Okay, so these are the important factors. Now see, supply chain distribution network programs design that affects the supply chain cost also. It include inventory cost, transportation cost, facility and handling cost. Okay, these all are the important tools. Now uh, manufacturing, storage and direct shipping. Okay, see, they are giving more focus on the transfer of goods from one place to another. Now there are few tools which you are utilizing for the manufacturing, storage and direct selling. Suppose if there is a seller, now seller wants that goods to be sold in a particular area. So so over here, if they want to take the order, definitely this is called as B2B business. Okay, business to business. Over here they need to search a good client, right? If they want that goods to be sold to the particular client, so what they will need, they will need the history of that client, whether they are ready to pay the amount or not, right? They what they are again, they need that the client should have a good track record. Okay, okay, and you should also have to send the information properly to them. So this is called as a manufacturer storage and direct shipping. You should know how to handle that plan, and you should have to close down the business with very effective manner, right? So this is the important factor. Selecting and distribution network design. A network design need to be considered items, qualities and network prerequisite when deciding on the appropriate delivery network. Okay, now they are giving the example of having a good network delivery. See, just in time, as we have discussed earlier also, just in time means what? Okay, just in time is a quality improvement program over here. It's supposed to zero defects. Zero defects means what? They want that the product should not give any kind of default. Any The product should not be default one. The product should be in a good quality. Okay, it should be remain in a good quality. That's why they are keeping the inspection of the product uh, till the product gets sold. Okay, so this is called as a just in time activity, where you will get a product availability in the proper time with zero defects. Okay, zero defects, they are utilizing this concept because they don't want that the product should have any kind of defects when it will be sold out. International SCM. See, each and every in wherever you go, you should have the emphasis on the customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction can be done with the help of the just in time. As I've given you the example, they don't require to make a defect. So whenever you sold the product to the customers, right? At that time, the customers are the king. You also know that, right? So what you need to do, you need to see that the product, whatever the product which you are selling, which you are selling to the customer, it should have a good quality till the time it gets sold. So just in time is also one of the important factor to which gives more emphasis on the customer satisfaction. That material requirement planning, definitely you should have a proper material to to convert that material into the finished goods. Then manufacturing resource planning, distribution resource planning, that we have read earlier. Okay, now they are giving they are telling about the logistics. Okay, the meaning of the logistics, definition of the logistics. See, broadly conventional definition of the logistics is provided in the year 1986. Okay, by the Council of Logistics Management. Logistics is a process of planning, implementing, and controlling the efficient, cost-effective flow of storage of raw materials, in process inventory, finished goods, and related information from the point of origin to the point of consumption, for the purpose of uh, confirming the customer requirement. Okay, so logistics plays an important role in the process of planning, implementing and controlling the efficient effective flow and the storage of raw material. Okay, supply chain management usually consider a series of material supplies, manufacturing facilities, distribution service, and customer or consumer, which is connected together by the stream of inventory and information. According to the concept, the supply chain management professional, supply chain encompasses the planning, material management of all the activities involved in sourcing and procurement, conversion, and the all logistics management activities. Okay, the foundation of supply chain management can be confirmed in logistics literature. It is initially specified by the management consultant Oliver and Webner in the mid 80s, and more considerable regarding cross functional. Okay, international logistic international internationalization process engage in the addition of economic action across the national borders. It understands the cross borders transfer of inventories and the appearances of international competitors and opportunities across competing supply chains within the industry. Okay, international logistics reflect to those action which are interkinds of to transfer the inventory and documents from one country to another, and those action will have to export and import action and operations. International logistics management is important part when you do the business internationally. Okay, over here, if you want to have a proper inventory management from the foreign countries, what you require to do, you require to manage your activities in a proper way. Okay, over here distribution activity should be done in an effective manner, and whenever you are purchasing any kind of machines from the outside, you should know that the machine should be workable in a good condition. So proper inspection, proper material planning, and proper supply chain activities should be carried out by yourself to see that whatever the business which you are doing with the client, it should be done with the effective manner, right? Suppose if you're doing any kind of B2B business, even though if you're doing any kind of B2C business, if you are a customer, you should see that whatever the goods which you are getting from the business partner or from the client, that should be in a good condition. Okay, you should also have to keep in mind that before getting the goods to you, you should make a proper inspection and proper inquiry about the goods, about the company, right? Because the company track record also tells you the story of the whatever happened before with the company, whether they are really going to give a proper remark or not. So all these activities should be done with you if you are making any kind of transaction with the outside country, that is called as internationally. Okay, now international infrastructure. See, in the international infrastructure, they have given the example of airport infrastructure. Okay, the most recent, however, minimum utilized strategy for transportation is the air shipment. Okay, the major favorable position is in the speed with which the dispatch can be transported. Okay, air transport is a transport area where you can dispatch your goods very effectively, and you can get the goods to the client very uh, very easily and with the lesser time. Okay, then rail transport also plays an important role for the wide ranging rail network connectivity approximately all cities and towns. Okay, rail transport, with the help of the rail transport, you can make a transport of goods very very effectively and very large quantity. Okay, rail transport plays an important role over here also. Then road infrastructure, road transport is also plays an important role. Then infrastructure warehouse infrastructure, then pipeline. Okay, with the help of the pipeline also you can make the utilization of that transportation. Then utilities infrastructure is also an area which concern for the manager involved in international logistics. Okay, now see, whole all utilities such as electricity, water, sewage, gas, and gas are available in the most countries, but there are regularly scarcity of these communities in most of the countries. Then electricity, water, and saver, energy pipeline. Okay, these are the examples which they have given. Electricity, availability of reliability of electricity is the common problem in every country, including developed countries. Definitely, electricity is the problem, is the major problem. Even in the developed country, take an example of UK and USA, they are also facing the shortage of electricity in some time. Okay, none water and saver, proper supply of water is the major. Is also a matter of concern in many countries in the world, leading to the shortage of water. The biggest problems of water is a loss of leaks and breaks in the drinking water distribution system. Okay, the underground pipes that carry water from the treatment of plant to the user. The quality of the water is also a concern. In many cities, protection of water delivery infrastructure is poor, leaving possibilities of various related diseases. Then energy and pipelines. Nowadays, energy resources are near to the end of their life expectancies. They comes from remote areas where it is difficult to operate and ship them. The pipeline infrastructure is growing continuously and tries not to transport energy needs by ship, trucks, and road. Definitely, see, most of the manufacturing unit you can see they are located in the rural areas. Okay, they are located in rural areas and they are coming to the urban areas, because in urban area you can see there are uh, lots of things are available in urban areas, right? In urban areas you will find more kind of in urban areas you can find more kind of availability of raw materials. You can find more uh, 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 availability of customer in urban area, right? So manufacturing unit is the manufacturing activities are done in rural area, but you know the shipment, the supply of that goods from raw material from manufacturing from the rural areas to urban areas should be done in effective manner. So always remember that the work which is carried on in the urban area, that in a rural area, that should be carried to the urban area, right? With the help of the transportation facilities. If the transportation facilities such as road transport, if you see the condition of road in the rural area is not so good, so definitely they will face a problem of transportation of goods from rural area to urban area while not having a good road facilities. Okay, with the help of the railway also, sometimes we can transfer the goods from railway, but a railway is not available in the manufacturing unit position, so you need to transfer the goods to truck, and from the truck it goes to the railway, and from the railway you can able to transfer the goods where it is located. So this is the another factors, right? So while having a manufacturing unit in rural area, you should keep in mind that the you can able to provide that goods to the urban area in very effective manner. Then only you can set up your business in your rural area, right? Because most of the manufacturing business, if you see in India, they are settled in rural area only. Okay, after that they are being shifted to the urban area after completion of uh, that goods, that raw material into finished goods, then it has been circulated to the urban area for selling purpose, right? So these are the process. So at this stage we have completed our syllabus. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me. Thank you for your cooperation. I think we have completed the syllabus. Okay, thanks for your response. Thank you very much.